What if I told you that roughly 36% of 5 Park may still be available, but a large portion of it isn't even showing on the MLS? Today, we're looking at the full picture of what's currently available at this newly completed building in Miami Beach and what that could mean for pricing and competition. Welcome back. I'm Brian Loyola of One International World. In today's update, we're taking a closer look at 5 Park, one of the few newly completed residential condominium buildings in Miami Beach, a project that definitely deserves a second look. Located on Alton Road, 5 Park stands as a major addition to the local skyline. At a glance, you might see just 33 units for sale, but after reviewing public records, the true available inventory tells a different story. In this video, I'll show you what's really for sale at 5 Park, how to find hidden developer inventory, and why this matters for pricing, timing, and your strategy, whether you're buying or selling. First, some quick context. 5 Park is a luxury tower located at 500 Alton Road and 501 West Avenue, directly on the west end of South Beach. Closings appear to have started around November 2024 with a mix of 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units. Based on public records, there are 226 total apartments in the building. Amenities include sky deck with pool and panoramic views, a full spa and wellness center, tech-enhanced co-working space, state-of-the-art fitness facilities, children's learning lab and teen center, dedicated residence park next door. As of July 10, 2025, the MLS reflects 33 active listings. Of those, 25 are resale units, and only 4 are listed by the developer. But what about what's not being shown? I pulled ownership records from the property appraiser's office for both addresses and found that TCH 500 Alton LLC still owns 53 of the 226 units. That number significantly expands what's visible to most buyers and agents. So when you combine those 53 developer-owned units with the 29 resale units, the true active or potential supply is closer to 82 units, meaning about 36% of the building may still be available. Let's break it down even further. For example, lines 04 and 08 are 1-bedroom units. According to public records, the developer still owns 9 units in line 04 and 5 units in line 08. That 14 one-bedroom units still in developer hands. The MLS, however, only shows 7 one-bedroom units, and just 1 of those is developer-owned. So the actual inventory of 1-bedrooms may be closer to 20 units when you combine public and private data. That's a huge difference, especially if you're pricing, negotiating, or analyzing absorption. Of the 33 active listings on MLS, 11 have already seen price reductions. That could signal shifting expectations among sellers or just typical adjustments during a building's sales cycle. Interestingly, while some resale units are adjusting pricing, most of the developer-owned units are not currently listed. This could be part of a common approach. Many developers release inventory in phases, adapting to demand and broader market signals. They might list a few units, wait to gauge the market, then release more when timing feels right. This situation raises a major issue for buyers, sellers, and agents: perception versus reality. Buyers might think there's limited supply, just 33 units, but in truth, there's around 82. That changes your negotiating position dramatically. Sellers might not realize they're competing with a quieter, phased release of developer inventory, not all of which is publicly listed. And for agents, it's a reminder to go beyond what the MLS shows. By using public records and building-specific overlays, we can offer clients more accurate insights and smarter strategies. If you're looking only at the MLS, you're seeing only half the chessboard. Comment below if your building has seen quiet developer releases. I'd love to hear your experience. What does this mean long-term? If more developer-held units are released into the market, visible supply could increase quickly, and that might put some pressure on resale pricing, especially if interest rates remain high. But if they choose to hold, it could reflect confidence in future demand and price points. Either way, we'll likely see a strategic step-by-step release based on market signals. So it's not just about what's for sale today, but also what's being reserved for tomorrow. Let's recap. 5 Park has 226 units total, with some closings still underway. Public MLS shows 33 active listings, but the true number is closer to 82 units. 53 of those units are still owned by the developer, TCH 500 Alton LLC. 1-bedroom inventory seems underreported. Price pressure is rising, with 11 reductions already showing, and developers possibly holding back more supply. What happens next depends on developer strategy and broader market conditions. If you're navigating this market, use the data. Go beyond the MLS, check public records, and think a step ahead. Want the real edge in Miami real estate? Subscribe. I bring breakdowns you won't get anywhere else. And if you've seen listings spike in your area, comment below. Let's talk about it.